Mukta Sangha Samachara. Very good, Prabhu. You can read by looking at it. That's okay. Yajnartho karmano nayatra Lokoyam karma bandhanaha Tadartam karma kaunteya Mukta Sangha Samachara Yajnartho karmano nayatra Lokoyam karma bandhanaha Tadartam karma kaunteya Mukta Sangha Samachara. Very good. Great. Okay. That's for your practice and to understand deeper. But now we'll go to the 327 for practicing. This sloka for practicing. So 3.27, I'll read out. Prakrute kriyamanani Prakrute kriyamanani Prakrute kriyamanani Gunai karmani sarvashaha Gunai karmani sarvashaha Ahankara vimudatma Ahankara vimudatma Kartaham iti manyate Kartaham iti manyate Kartaham iti manyate. I would request we all sing together, whole thing. Prakrute kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha ahankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. So we'll all read together the translation also. The spirit soul bewildered by the influence of false ego thinks himself the doer of activities that are actually carried out by the three modes of material nature. Right, now here come the test. You can read by looking at it, that's okay. Anybody want to? Oh, Joy, yeah.
Prakriti kriyamanani
Prakriti kriyamanani
Gune karmani sarvashaha
Gune karmani sarvashaha
Ahankara vibhudatma
Ahankara vimudatma
Kartaham iti manyate
Kartaham iti manyate. Hari Bol. She, very nice. She told without looking at it.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Amazing.
Memorize them at home.
Amazing. Very nice. Thanks, Mataji. Okay. Mataji, off you go.
Prakrite kriyamanani
Prakrite kriyamanani
Karmani sarvashaha
Gunai karmani sarvashaha
Ahankara
Ahankara vimudatma
iti manyate
Kartaham iti manyate. Hari Bol. Very good.
Prakrite kriyamanani
Prakrite kriyamanani
karmani sarvashaha
Gunai karmani sarvashaha
ahankara vimudatma
Ahankara vimudatma
Kartaham iti manyate.
Kartaham iti manyate. Hari Bol. Very nice. Who else want to repeat? You want to try? Oh, try.
Prakriti kriyamanani
Prakrute kriyamanani
karmani sarvasah
Gunai karmani sarvashaha
Ahankara vimudatma
Ahankara vimudatma
Kartaham iti manyate.
Kartaham iti manyate. Hari Bol. Prabhu, thank you so much. Oh, this sloka has got a very close word for us, ahankar. So we are well known to that, isn't it? So, half the word in half the sloka. So already you know. Who else want to try? Yep.
Prakriti kriyamanani
Prakrute kriyamanane
sarvasaha
Gunai karmani sarvashaha
ahankara vimudatma
Ahankara vimudatma
attaham iti manyate.
Kartaham iti manyate. Hari Bol. Very nice, Prabhu. Anybody else?
Prakrite kriyamanani
Prakrite kriyamanani
Gunai karmani sarvasha
Gunai karmani sarvashaha
Ahankara vimudhatma
Ahankara vimudatma
Kartaham iti manyate.
Kartaham iti manyate. Hari Bol. Do you want to try? Give it a try. No problem. Try. Half your words.
Prakrite kriyamanani
Prakrite kriyamanani
ganai karmani sarvasaha
Gunai karmani sarvashaha
ankara vinma gurmadhatma
Ahankara vimudatma
attaham iti manyate.
Hari Bol. Iti manyate. Very nice. Well done. If you want, you can write it in your language. You can split it and write it. It's okay. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Shall we move on then to the discussion?
Yeah.
All right. Joy. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatya Deshatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Om Agnana Timirandasya Gnana Jala Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nyamano Bhistam Stapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavancha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahita Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitanscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanustute Deve Pranamami Haripiye Vancha Kalpatarubhescha Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Asadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So let's all pray together as Shri Radha Gopinath and Prabhupada. So to understand the books he has written, and then Krishna spoke. Otherwise, it's very hard for us to understand. Okay, on to chapter 3. So now chapter 3, what is I think not many of you attended last week, isn't it? Who missed? Oh, many of you missed.
At Abhishek's house, there was just a few people.
That's okay. So, you also missed, Prabhu? Okay. Now, you didn't miss much of it. Okay, we'll start with chapter 3 and we'll continue. I think Prabhu has sent the recording. Did anybody able to hear that recording?
There's a WhatsApp group and it's on there.
Yeah.
Just for chapter 2.
It will be in 2 weeks because it's a big chapter, and then we want you to have some time to read it. Abhishek Prabhu will be sending the questions. Very soon he will be sending it. Today he couldn't come, he's in Melbourne. Shortly he will be giving you the question. So you'll have 2 weeks time to understand, because it's the much larger chapter. It's the second largest chapter. After chapter 18, chapter 2 is 72 verses. So you'll get some time to read out. And then if you have any questions, if you want clarification, anything, you can reach out to us. We'll clarify. Then after 2 weeks, you'll have a small mini, I don't want to say test, mini maybe reflections, or, just kind of try to understand the flow. Okay, so at chapter 2 ends with, what was the last section? I'll just give a summary with connecting to chapter 2 and 3, and then we'll flow, all right? So chapter 2, what happened at the end? Krishna was telling about the Sthita Prajna. Sthita Prajna, Kabasha, Kim Asita, Kim Racheta, and there are 4 questions he asked, isn't it? How is the characteristics? What are the characteristics of Sthita Prajna? How he uses his senses, how we walk, that means he uses his senses, and how he controls. There are 4 questions. So Krishna answers all of them. At the last, he will answer Kim Asita. Rajeta Kim. How are you going to use this? At the last section, he will answer this, and then he will end up there. At that time, Arjuna got this question. So Arjuna was thinking, oh my God, you are talking about, continuing the fighting. And then now you're talking about Sthita Prajna, who doesn't fight, or he doesn't, he meditates. And he controls the senses. Then he got the confusion.
I think your voice is echoing. Definitely it is.
It's echoing, you can't hear, isn't it? I don't know. Does anybody know how to control it? Maybe reduce it, Prabhu. Try.
It's like I'm looking at the computer.
No, it's good. Otherwise, I can remove it. Maybe reduce the volume, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Okay? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay? Oh, good. Thank you, Prabhu. So there is one verse, Krishna says, Durena avaram karma, buddhi yoga. So he says, you keep away from the karmic reaction, and practice buddhi yoga. And then this what he confuses Arjuna. Arjuna says to Krishna, you said, Dhurena, you have to keep away from the sinful reaction. That means I don't have to kill. Okay, And then you say you have to, you're saying you follow like a Buddhi Yoga, like Sthita Prajna, and he's giving all the Sthita Prajna definitions. Then he got confused. Are you telling me to fight or not? Tell me for certain. Tell me what I need to do. That's what he will say in the first shloka. So he will say, Arjuna said, inquired Keshava, do you want me to engage me into the costly welfare if you think that intelligence is better than fruitive work? Intelligence, he is talking about karma yoga. Better than fruitive work. Okay, then Krishna started explaining this. And we also see the flow now. So he got the question. And in second chapter, Krishna has give all kinds of yoga, in karma yoga he explains, and the bhakti yoga also explains. But glimpse of bhakti yoga, where is it? Which sloka? The bhakti yoga. Anybody remember? Yukta asina matparaha. Matparaha means unto me. Yukta asina matparaha. 61. I think 61. So, Sthani sarvani karmani yukta asina matparaha. That's a glimpse of bhakti. Okay. So he gives all the varieties of yoga, bhakti yoga, karma yoga. And then at the end he'll tell all these things, and then and he will tell about the Sthita Prajna. Then he got confused. So Arjuna is asking Krishna, what should I do? Please tell me. Okay, that's where the third chapter starts. So this title, Karma Yoga. So he's going to give you the details about Karma Yoga. In this section, in this chapter, the flow goes like this. So 1 to 10. So Krishna says, for you, Karma Yoga is better than Jnana Yoga. So I'm going to write it down. There are 3 things we're going to discuss here. KY is not Kali Yoga, it's Karma Yoga. Okay, so there is Jnana Yoga, and there is Karma Yoga, and there is Karma Kanda. These words we need to clearly understand what it is, so then the flow you can understand very nicely. Okay, let's go with the Karma Kanda. What is Karma Kanda? Karma means what? Yeah, there are 3 few definitions for, meanings for karma, but here Karma Kanda means regular future activities. And Karma Yoga means, here the yoga is included. Do the karma, but connected to Krishna. Yoga. Okay, the details we'll see here when we read the purports. And then next is Jnana Yoga. Jnana means knowledge. With the knowledge, you attach to Krishna. Okay, so here Jnana Yoga is higher than Karma Yoga. Here we don't have a knowledge, but you just attach. But here you have a knowledge, he is a supreme. All right? And here, Karma Kanda, you don't have any knowledge. Okay? I'm doing just my Karma Kanda, my activities, regular activities. All right. So here, first Krishna says, in first 1 to 10, to Arjuna, for you, is Karma Yoga is better than doing the Jnana Yoga. Okay, he said, Karma Yoga, you do the Karma Yoga, that is better for you than Jnana Yoga. And then 10 to 12, 10 to 16, should be 9, isn't it? Yeah, it's 1 to 9, huh? 1 to 9. Okay, and then 10 to 16, If you say, I'm not qualified karma yoga, I'm not getting it, I can't do it, then go for karma kanda. All right? And then then next section you say, if you are still qualified for Gnana Yoga, still you follow Karma Yoga. And then Krishna will explain how other peoples will follow, and even Krishna follows the activities, Karma Yoga. So if you are qualified Gnana Yoga, still for the benefit of other people who follow you, they should not follow Gnana Yoga because you are following. Immediately they might follow. That's why you still follow Karma Yoga. You do the Karma Yoga. That's what Krishna explains in 17 to 24. And then in 25 to 29, he explains. Not if you are qualified, even though you are here at this level, still you follow this. Don't follow this. He says, even though you are qualified yoga, karma, Gnana Yoga, but still you be in Karma Yoga level. Because, he will give you the reasons, because other people imitate you. And he will explain, even himself, like Krishna himself, take the shelter of Guru, and then he go to Gurukul. You don't have to follow, but he's following him. And then he'll explain there's some sloka. Yadyeda acharati shrestha tatte tevarush. So other people follow you. That's why you follow here. So everybody will follow Karma Yoga then. And then 25 to 29, he'll explain the difference between Karma Yoga and Karma Kanda. So you'll find the difference. And then in 30 to 35, how Karma Yoga elevates, how Karma Yoga will elevate you to the higher knowledge. And then next section, this is a very, very important, important means it's got valuable jewels. Just like in second chapter, 54 to 72, the Sthita Prajna section is so much having knowledge for so much jewels in information available for a sadhaka. Even this section is got a high knowledge, and then it for a sadhaka to practice. So 36 to 43. Krishna will explain. That's what we read, no? The sloka. So overcoming lust, which is the obstacle on the path of Karma Yoga. Okay? How to overcome the lust, which is obstructing us from going from here to here. Okay, that is the flow of this chapter 3. Okay, so first sloka, Krishna, Arjuna questions what is the difference between the karma, do you want me to follow Karma Yoga, or you want me to follow Gnana Yoga? Because Arjuna thinks Gnana Yoga as something you don't have to work. Just go. That's what he says, no? I go to the forest and then Aram says sit. But Krishna will counterattack. He will explain now how that doesn't work for you or for anybody. So first and second chapter sloka, that's what happening. In second also, Arjuna is inquiring. My intelligence is bewildered by your equivocal instructions. Therefore, please tell me decisively which will be most beneficial for me. That's what he will inquire. From third sloka, Krishna started to explain Karma Yoga. He started to talk. In third question, I'll just go run through. In that third sloka, Sri Bhagavan Vacha says, Lokesmin dvivida nishta. Dvivida means two kinds of nishta. Pura prokta maya nagaha gnana yogena sankyena. Gnana yoga and sankhya yoga. Okay, there are the two. Karma yogena yoginam. Okay, karma yoga is by thinking process of devotion service. And Sankhya Yoga, Karma Yoga and Sankhya Yoga. So here, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Oh, sinless Arjuna, I have already explained that there are two classes of men who try to realize the self. Some are inclined to understand by empirical philosophical speculation, that is Sankhya Yoga, and others by devotion service, that is Karma Yoga." So Krishna is saying, I already explained to you Sankhya Yoga and Karma Yoga previously. And he's telling, I already told you the difference between these two. Now I'm going to explain you the Karma Yoga. Here, the important thing here is, if you look at the translation, word-to-word translation, okay. So, Sri Bhagavan Vacha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Loke, in this word, Asmin, this Dvivida, two kinds of Nishta, faith. Pura, formerly, Prokta, was said, Maya, by me, Anagha, O sinless one. Jnana Yogena, by the thinking, linking process of knowledge. Okay. Sankhyanam, of the empirical philosophy. Karma Yogena, by the linking process of devotion. Yoginam, of the devotee. All right? All right. So here, Krishna explains the flow, how Karma Yoga and what is Karma Yoga and how it's going to help. But if you read the purports, Srila Prabhupada purports, he will be telling about he will be giving the conclusive understanding. So if you read the purport, in the purport, he will explain to you how Krishna consciousness, the last few sentences, last two sentences, Krishna consciousness itself is itself the purifying process, and by the direct method of devotional service, it is simultaneously easy and sublime. Okay, of the two, the path of Krishna consciousness is better because it does not depend on the purifying the senses by philosophical process. So what I wanted to explain today is, just now, is what Prabhupada explains is a conclusive understanding. Okay, as there are two things. Okay, one is progressive understanding, like flow, the first sloka, second sloka, third sloka, what is the link? The flow, we have to understand the flow, and as well as Prabhupada explains the conclusive understanding. Conclusive means in relation with the conclusion. Srila Prabhupada, conclusive, at the end results, with respect to the end, at the end, what is a conclusion? In relation to the conclusion, he will explain this verse, how it relates to the conclusion. Prabhupada explains this because he wants us to, keep our focus into the conclusive understanding, not just the progressive. That's one reason. And the other reason is, if anybody wants to read Bhagavad Gita, nowadays they find it hard to read this such a big book, and think, oh my God, it's too big. I can't read this. So people may not read the whole book. In that case, suppose if they pick up one sloka and they just read the sloka purport, what happens? He will get the fair idea of the conclusive understanding. So that encourages them to read further. Otherwise, you will have to read the whole thing, and at the end you will get the conclusion. It's very hard in this age for people to understand, read the whole thing, and then you get the conclusion. So that's the whole motive of conclusive understanding. And some philosopher says to Prabhupada, wherever there is Krishna doesn't say Bhakti Yoga, you put Bhakti Yoga. Here, why I'm saying this is here, Krishna says devotional service. Translation. But there is no devotional service in, Krishna didn't say devotional service here. Does he say? No. That's why I read the translation, word to word. You might come across people will say, why are you reading Prabhupada's books? He purposely puts devotional service and Krishna wherever the sloka didn't tell it's a devotional service. So, but we had to understand this. Prabhupada is always giving the conclusive understanding with respect to the sloka. And Prabhupada also tell these Mayavadis who says, these kind of things. He says, if you read their commentaries, they remove Krishna. Wherever there is a Krishna, they remove Krishna. Okay? So Prabhupada said, tell them, you are removing Krishna wherever there is a Krishna. That's why I put Krishna wherever possible. Wherever possible, I am putting Krishna. Because you are removing Krishna. Why are you removing Krishna? In the sloka, Sarvadharma Paritejna, Mamekam Sharanam Raja. Krishna is saying Mam. But they are saying, surrender, you don't have to surrender on to Krishna. You have to surrender on to the unborn within Krishna. Krishna doesn't say that. But you are telling something which Krishna is not telling. That's wrong. That's why wherever possible, I am putting Krishna. So he's defending them. But for us to understand, Prabhupada is giving us a conclusive understanding. So here with this sloka, Prabhupada is saying, out of these two, Bhakti Yoga is the top. That's what in the last few lines. Of the two, the path of Krishna consciousness is better because it does not depend on purifying the senses by philosophical process. All right. So philosophical process means, what is a philosophical process Prabhupada is talking about here? Sankhya Yoga. Yeah. All right. And in the purport, this purport is a very, very classic purport. In this, there are few things we need to understand. In the first paragraph, there's only one paragraph. Prabhupada says, therefore, both the yogas are interdependent as religion and philosophy. Religion without philosophy is sentimental or sometimes fanatism, while philosophy without religion is mental speculation. These are heavy, strong words. So let's understand this. Shall I rub this up? Okay, what Prabhupada is saying is there are two words. So there's philosophy and there is religion. Yeah, religion. what is religion? Spiritual. Please. That's okay. We are discussing. We're all, we're all ourselves. So we can be try out. You can try out something. Yeah, please tell. Religion. What is religion? Yeah. Belief, right? Okay. Belief or following something. Yeah. And anybody want to try?
Teaches us to have a relationship with the Lord.
Yeah.
In love.
Yeah. Relationship. Okay.
Sorry, are you discussing differences between religion and philosophy?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't make it clear.
So is this my fault?
That's it. Okay. Philosophies.
Well, just before you move on, I've heard religion also encompasses like the culture as well. So like the festivities and all those sort of things. That's in religion.
Yep. Philosophies. Intellectual. Okay.
Would you say that with philosophy, there's almost like scientific evidence, or like they're very into like doing a study, like in sociology, they'll do a study, they'll take a cross-section of people, they'll do a test.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's lots of rules.
Yeah.
And then they want this kind of evidence at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. So, Mataji's, anybody want to try?
Religion also, we can add, it is rituals, because lot of religionists, they do certain ritualistic activities.
Yep.
Philosophy, we can add that it is mental speculation also.
Okay.
After certain point, we start speculating.
That's right. That's the point we're going to come now after this. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, very nice. You're all right. Religion is some action, activity, as Prabhu was saying, activity, and the culture. And we get some test. Mataji was saying, oh, I'm going to test it. Laboratory. And philosophy is study, intellectual, or ideas. This is what? Bhagavad Gita is what?
Philosophy.
What's your philosophy? Bhagavad Gita. And what is your religion? In religion, how you are applying the philosophy into practice. Day before yesterday, we had Radhastami. We had food. We had music. We had dance. We had the darshan, beautiful darshan. That's all. Religion. And there was a philosophy. Also, in the evening, there was a class. That's a study, the philosophy. Actual do's and don'ts. All right. So, in every day, at the temple, we do Mangalarti, Darshanarti, then chanting, and then this all religion. And then we study Bhagavatam. That's philosophy. These two has to go hand in hand. Why Prabhupada is pointing out this is, Sankhya Yoga is where the Sankhya Yoga will come. Philosophy. A glimpse, almost. And then where the devotional service will come. Karma Yoga. Religion. That's why Prabhupada is selling these words. What Prabhupada is saying, both goes hand in hand. If you take a yoga ladder, Bhakti Yoga is the top. Rings, what do you call it? Okay, and the Bhakti Yoga is the top. And then the Karma Yoga will be one of the rank. And then Jnana Yoga is also one of the rank. We need both. Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga, both we need, like a philosophy and religion. If you don't have religion, you don't have a place to test. I take a bottle of honey and say, Prabhu, this honey is so taste, so nice. Then I will ask you, do you know the taste of the honey? You have never tasted honey. How do you know? What is the taste of honey? You don't know unless you taste it. We say in Bhagavad Gita philosophy, it says, chant Hare Krishna and you will be happy. Chant and be happy. You will be sublime. How do you know it gives you the humbleness or happiness unless you try? That's religion. Okay? So what Prabhupada is saying, religion without philosophy is sentimental. If you have a religion without philosophy, is a sentimental. Sentimentally you do. In India, people will do so many things with the sentimental. Like, I think I'm going to run out of time if I do. So we'll go quickly. So some old man, the person sitting next to his father eating, the father used to have a small stick, like a stick when he got something stuck into his teeth. He uses a stick to remove that. This boy doesn't know. And he used to observe father is having the stick. As the generation passed, modern generation, and every generation was holding the stick. They don't know why. And then as the generation passed, the stick became this big. And then finally, the younger generation was having the big stick with made out of gold or something. They don't know why they are having it. That's just a speculation.
Do you mean when there's no basis to something, we're just doing it without knowing why?
Yes.
Right.
Okay? You don't know why we are doing. I'm just doing it. That's what Prabhupada is saying. Religion without philosophy is sentimental. Okay? Sentimental. No philosophy. Suppose I'm having a nice meal on the weekend, fantastic meal. I'm sitting on my couch, and then feeling sleepy. Is there God exist? Maybe or may not be. Okay, let me look at the TV. Turn on the TV. There's an earthquake. 100 people died. We think, maybe God doesn't exist. Because people are dying. Let me turn off the TV. Let me have my wine. At least God exists. At least I can believe the taste of the wine. I can't believe God. Then drink the wine. So this is what? Sentimental. Okay, sentimental. We don't want sentimental. We don't want people to follow sentimentally. Suppose if you are sentimental, what happens? Some people will say, you have to follow my God, otherwise you'll go to hell. That's not correct, because they don't have a philosophy. Okay, we should not follow sentimentally. Prabhupada says, you take up this and ask questions, read the books, ask questions, and make yourself stronger in understanding. Otherwise, we'll be bogged down with sentimental. Krishna doesn't want to stand in front of him, cry the whole bucket of water, and then go do nothing. He doesn't like. It's a sentimental. What he wants is do some service. Right? Prabhupada says, if you stand in front of Krishna, you should feel that, what did I do for you, Krishna? If you don't feel that, that means you are not, you're not progressing. You should feel that, Krishna, did I do anything last week for you? You have to feel that. All right? It's not a sentimental. Crying, Krishna, I'm crying, 2 eyes crying. That's not what we want. We are after. So religion without philosophy is sentimental. In the same way, or fanatics. While philosophy without religion is mental speculation. There's a philosophy without religion. They don't know what it is. In the philosophy, you say, get up onto the Mangalarti. but you never know what you're going to achieve, or what are the difficulties, what is the what is their experience. There's no experience. Then you can't transfer that experience to other people. Okay? There should be a religion where you practice it, and then you follow the philosophy. Philosophy say, as Mataji was saying, one second. As Mataji was saying, there is a study, and you experiment it out. It's similar to the science. In the science, what happens? There are two things in science, Spiritual is, science is what? Theory and, yep. So if you are good in cricket, or if you like a cricket, I'm from Indian background, so I like cricket. So if you say spin, this is a spin, Prabhu, you put this angle, and then that will go here and there. You've never done it. Then how do you know? How do you make sure that is correct? You don't know. There could be some wind coming this side. Then your theory will be wrong. There's maybe wet pitch. There's a ball has got a little bit oval or something. Then again, practically, it is totally different. All right? You should have both religion and philosophy. Otherwise, you'll be either speculating. Without philosophy, you'll speculate. Prabhu, to my understanding, this is not correct. This is correct. Have you tried out? No. Okay. So, and without, you have a philosophy and no religion is what? Speculation.
Somebody says.
So, before that, Prabhu has got one question.
I'm just wondering about this concept of fanaticism that Prabhupada is speaking about here, because obviously you hear about the great devotees like Ayendra Prabhu, who is chanting 16 hours a day. And then, so fanaticism in this context, what does that mean exactly?
Fanatics is, suppose, religion without philosophy is fanatics. So people say, sentimentally, they say, come across some, I don't want to name them, they come across some other religion people, they say, you have to follow this, otherwise you go to hell. Why I should go to hell? Is that the only God available? Yes. You have to believe this, otherwise, my way or the highway. That's fanatics. Everyone is different. Everyone is different. Some people, some people, in the Chinese people, they can't pronounce Hare Krishna. They pronounce differently. It's still okay. If you don't say Hare Krishna, it's wrong. That is not correct. It's a sentimental. The pronunciation may be correct. Maybe depending on their background, they can't pronounce. That's okay. The bhav is also important. The bhav is important. Okay? Otherwise, it is fanatism. Okay, there are some religion, they don't read Bhagavad Gita. They don't read. There's no philosophy. But they have a religion. They have festival. They do all this arati, and they have food and go. What do you read? You don't read anything.
That means probably if I say whatever I'm doing, if I don't know what I'm doing, is that?
Yeah, you don't know why I'm doing.
Why I'm doing?
So this guy is having a stick. You should know why he's got a stick. He's got stick in case he got the food in between the teeth, so he'll clean it. Then you practice it.
Philosophy will give the backup why I'm doing this.
Theory, it gives you, yeah. We read Amanina, Manadena, Kirtaniya, Sadahari. Okay? Trunadapi, Sunichena. So then read it. How do you practice? How do you know?
Like if we do kirtan,
Yeah.
have a philosophy why I'm doing the kirtan.
Yeah, kirtan is, you should have both. You can't have this and that. So we say, when your example, you're singing, while you're singing, you say, sing loudly. Have you tried? Have you tried singing for Krishna? Have you tried any time? It makes a lot of difference. Huh? At home, I can do a kirtan, but in front of Gopinath, it's very difficult. You will forget. That's practice. You forget. Really, you forget. Huh? Okay, we think, oh, somebody is singing. We think, he's not singing properly.
We also probably feel the fact that I read all the books, but I never come to temple, never do service.
Yeah, never practiced it. You say chant. You don't chant, and you tell others to chant. You don't chant. Then how do you know it's chanting makes you a difference? Makes your heart soft. You don't know. Does that make sense? That's what Prabhupada is saying. Prabhu?
Some say we are spiritual but not religious. Does that fall under this mental speculation?
Yeah.
They say we are spiritualists but they don't follow any religion.
Yeah. They don't practice anything.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Sometimes some preachers are very boldly preaching and the Bhagavad every class very,
Yeah.
very fantastic.
Yeah.
But practically,
Yeah.
zero. It's like they preach very good and
Yeah.
we want to go for their class and listen to them because it's very inspiring and powerful class.
Yeah.
But when actually in reality,
Yeah.
they're not doing what they're preaching. So in that case, what should we do? Should we still listen from them or should we avoid their association?
Okay, so what we are discussing is not within ISKCON or something. It's general, in general. And Krishna is also answering in general how the public and how the human being. But your thing is generic, specific question. Anybody is chanting?
No,
Yeah.
generically,
Yeah, yeah.
Many times,
Yeah.
like suppose for example Krishna Das.
Yeah.
He does lots of singing and everything.
Yeah.
Some people are very, very attracted to his singing.
Mm.
And then some people are very strong about it. Something like that. So like that. Some people are very good at something, but in reality they're not so just like that.
They're not practicing. Yeah, I think we need to look at the case-to-case basis. But in general, yeah. If there's a few things. See, there's a ladder. I may be anywhere in this ladder. Okay, I may be here, or I may be here. Some people may be here. We are all progressing, trying to progress. Okay, it doesn't mean because you are here, you'll fall down or something. No, I'm trying, Prabhu, I'm trying. Okay, it could be somebody else here itself. It doesn't mean this person is bad or something. We should know what is the intention is. See, today I'm giving a class. I'm not learned or highly scholared or something. So we are trying to, because of this, I'm trying to read Bhagavad Gita. That makes me try to do this. So the intention is important. If the intention is to make fame and name, then you won't even have the bhav. Okay? So, yeah.
I do one hour classes, somebody told, we are not here to be judgmental, we are here to learn.
Exactly. We are here to learn. Yeah.
We are practicing and learning. I don't bother about to see or through what he is doing. I am learning what he is saying in the race. He is following Acharya, he is telling them from the book.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I am not here to judge anybody.
Yeah.
That should be the mode.
Yeah. But in the same way, sometimes you need to discriminate whom with you have to hear.
But we don't know always what people are doing. Like we could say, we don't know if they're practicing, but how do we really know what they're doing?
Yeah. I tell you.
Like you were saying, very careful to not jump to a conclusion, this person's preaching, but they might not be practicing. Like Krishna Das, just for example, he's from a different lineage. So he will have different practice. Yeah. I know what you're saying.
That's not how with me. My question was just generic that sometimes, for example, sometimes just on YouTube you're hearing from people like just motivational speakers, but it's really inspiring. But they might not be. So is it all clear?
Okay. Okay. So there are two things. Anukulyena sankalpa, pratikulyena varjanam. I think we discussed this. Whatever you do, it anukul to your sankalpa, just do it. Okay? And it is pratikul, don't do it. Pratikul means whatever is favorable, whatever you are doing is favorable for my bhakti, I'll do it. This pen, it's favorable for me because I can write something, we discuss. It is used in the service. Use it. Microphone, use it. But it is pratikul, then don't use it. If I do something which hinders my spiritual life, then don't do it. If you listen to somebody and it's going to hamper your bhakti life, then don't do it. Even though it is cheap or free or anything. Does that make sense? Maya is very strong. And that day we discussed, I'm just going to do this, and then it's already, we didn't even start it. Maya is very strong. In India, they'll tell you an example where how Maya will going to attack you. Okay? Take an example in India. How many of you have traveled in India on the train? Really? Yeah. It's crowded, isn't it? Jam-packed. Everybody will be occupied in one, 10 compartments would be in one, 10 compartment people will be in one compartment. So what Maya does it, there will be 7 kids with this couple, okay? So they get on the train where the fully crowded Indian train. And then Maya is like that. Maya, what he does is, the kid, one small kid will, mom will say, hey, chota bacha hai, a small boy is crying, I don't have a seat. He'll say, please, can you adjust a little bit, let him sit. So he will sit. Okay, Maya is like that. Hey man, you are so Krishna conscious. Just watch this video. That's what, be Krishna conscious, don't worry. Just watch 2 minutes video. What's going to happen? All right, let me watch it. That's how the small kid entered. And then after some time, one more kid will come. I want a seat. So I'll say, see, he's already anyway sitting. He will sit on his lap or something. All right, you sit. Then he'll push a little bit and then sit. So Maya will come again. Hey, yesterday you watched this video, 1 minute. Nothing happened. I watch 30 seconds more. I watch this. You watch, okay. That's how, gradually what happens, all the people on the seat would have come out, and all the 7 kids with the family will be on the seat. Maya will be occupying you with the full extent. So you have to be careful. Sorry about that, taking time in. So you got the understanding now why Prabhupada is saying this. All right, now we'll move on, otherwise we'll get stuck. No problem, Mataji, if that's helpful. Okay. So we'll start from today's number 4, 3.4. Na karmanam anarambham naishkarmyam purusho astute nacha sanyasanat eva siddhim samadha gacchati samadhi gacchati. Okay, not by merely abstraining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction, nor by renouncing alone can one attain perfection. Okay, so here, we are talking about premature renunciation before one is purified. Krishna is saying inner purification is important before renouncing anything. There are 2 things Krishna is explaining. Not merely by abstraining some work. There are 2 things. Abstraining, there is some work, but he won't do that work. Abstraining from work. Abstraining from work. And other thing is? Okay, renunciation completely. Yeah. So, Krishna is saying, if you abstract from work, you're not working, and you'll be away from working. What Arjuna was saying, I will be away from work, I don't want to work, because it creates a bondage. And renunciation completely. So you'll renounce. Otherwise, even though you are in the city, you are renounced. Okay, there are two kinds. So Krishna is saying, not by merely abstraining from work can one achieve freedom from reactions. Nor by renouncing alone can one attain the perfection. So what Krishna is saying is, if you have not purified within, okay, neither of them doesn't work. You have to renounce with the purified heart. Then you are not attacked by the karmic reaction. Otherwise, if you say, I don't work, then I won't get reactions, that is not possible. So, Prabhupada is renouncing, he's explaining, the renounced order of life can be accepted when one has been purified by the discharge of the prescribed form of duty, which are laid down just to purify the heart of materialist man. Without purification, one cannot attain success by abruptly adopting the fourth order of the sannyasa. What are the three orders? Fourth order is sannyasa. What are the three orders? Brahmacharya?
Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and
sannyasa. So you can't go just straight onto sannyas without your purified heart. Okay, there should be a purification process. All right. So that's why we can see in ISKCON, Prabhupada has got a very strict standards even for sannyas, very strict standards. What happens if a person is half and half minded? He can't follow that. He'll be screened there itself. He can't follow. So once Prabhupada was being asked by this person, he came and said, Prabhupada, can you give me initiation? Then Prabhupada says, yes, of course I can give you, but you have to follow 4 regulated principles. Then he said, no, I can't do this, because that's my life. I can't do without, I can't live without that. So it's kind of scrutinize the people before you've been given sannyas. So it's scrutinize. Okay? And there is a process. So unless you are purified, you are determined, you can't become renounced order. So there is a very nice sloka in Srimad, there is a sloka that's called Shruti Spruti Puranadi Pancharatri Vida Harir Bhaktai Utpataya Kalpate. So you should follow the Shruti Spruti Purana, all those things, like otherwise your Hari Bhakti will be hatchpotch. Otherwise it will be cooked, just like we heard. It's not pure. It should be Pancharatri Vidhi. Pancharatri Vidhi. It should have a philosophy and religion and practice and purify. Otherwise, you can't get that. So, premature renunciation is not accepted. Right? That's the hint of this verse. Okay, now 5 to 9. We'll read 5 to 9. It's Krishna telling us about the active nature of the soul. So, what is the connection here? Why Krishna is talking about the renunciation order and work? Okay, yeah, tell me, Prabhu.
So, I'm asking a question
question about this shloka.
Oh, okay.
Just Prabhupada is saying that you cannot go to sannyasa order without purifying and by the discharge of the prescribed form of duties. What is the prescribed form of duties for in our Krishna consciousness? Like, so whether just doing spiritual activities if you do from morning,
Yeah, four regulated principles. Yeah.
we're going out and working for our families, and is that also prescribed duty? Like what profession we have, or it's not important at all?
No, it is important. So that's 3 orders, no? Brahmachari. For a brahmachari, prescribed duties is different. Grihastha, prescribed duties are different. Then vanaprastha, then you become sannyas. Otherwise, if you become like a sannyas, straight, then you're not followed all this, isn't it? Then your mind is elsewhere, and you are wearing the external is sannyas, but internally you are not pure. One Prabhu was contacting the temple devotee, and then he was saying, Prabhu, I will going to become brahmachari. Next week I'll tell you. Why next week? You decide now what is wrong with you. No, Prabhu. I love a girl, so she's going to tell me whether she's going to marry me or not. Next week she's going to tell me. If she's not marrying me, then I'll become brahmachari.
Is it a real story or a joke?
Is it? It's not a joke.
Okay.
It's serious. So, what do you understand from this?
It's not committed.
It's not committed inside.
Such a big commitment, you have to really want it.
Yes.
Marriage or the other option.
Yes.
But to really want one of those things.
Yes. You should be purified. Otherwise, if you've taken a brahmachari, if you fall in love with some other girl, and say, leave the brahmachari ashram. You know what I mean? So, if you are pure in your heart, then you can live. See, suppose I met one person, he left eating onion garlic. I asked him, he's a Gujarati, and asked him, why you left onion garlic? He said, I met this sadhu, he said, why are you eating onion garlic? Just leave it. So I left it. It's sentimental or philosophy? Is there any sentimental here or philosophy is there? Sentimental. He don't know why. He will say, oh, please don't eat onion garlic. So I left it. With the sentimental he asked. In the same way, what happens? What's the problem here? Sentimental, if suppose he met some doctor and say, no, you have to eat garlic. It's meant, it's help you in the medicine. Then he'll start eating. Prabhu? You're understanding, Prabhu? So inside you should have a determination why you are doing it. Otherwise, you will fall to prey. Okay? I should know why I'm not eating onion garlic. If you tell kid, they follow. If you don't tell them the reasons, they don't follow. Okay? Does that make sense? So any more questions here? We'll go next sloka. So from here, 5th sloka to 9th sloka, Krishna explains the active nature of the soul. The connection here is why Krishna is talking about abstract work and abstraining the work and renunciation is, Krishna is saying you can't just go to forest and think you're not working. Why? Because he's going to tell you now. So we can all read together, Shloka 5. Nahi kaschit chanam api jatu tistatya akramayat kartate avyast karma sarva kratma katanutaha. Everyone is forced to act helplessly according to the qualities he has acquired from the modes of material nature. Therefore, no one can refrain from doing something, not even for a moment. So what Krishna is saying, even if you think you are not doing work, still you are doing something. right? Suppose if I think, if I do some work, I'll get into bondage, so I'll sleep. I'll say, Prabhu, I didn't do anything, Prabhu. You can ask, people, at the work, you can ask them, what did you do over the weekend? They'll say, I had a relaxed weekend. I slept. They think they haven't done anything. They don't get into trouble by sleeping. But Krishna here is saying, no, still you are, what is this? He says, you are helplessly, according to your act, helplessly according to the qualities of the modes. But that means what mode he was in when you were sleeping?
Noise.
He was helplessly sleeping. With the mode is pushing him to sleep, the ignorance mode, and he's sleeping. He thinks he didn't do nothing, but he was sleeping. Okay, that means our soul is so active. It is from the soul we are active. We can't be away from karmic reaction even a single moment. Okay? And we are helplessly pulled by the modes of material nature. So after reading this sloka, people will think, Prabhu, I didn't do anything, the modes made me to do it. Then it's a modes problem, not my problem. Is it correct? Okay.
Shortly after this, Prabhupada writes that we should accept self-responsibility. So rather than blaming something external, because that gives away your power to correct it. Whereas if you accept responsibility for your own actions, then you can correct it. And it requires humility to do that as well.
Yeah. So once one Prabhu, one devotee, was drinking too much. And other devotees was explaining to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, he was drinking too much, now he's left out. Sometimes he will drink. And then he could not avoid that. He's a poor fellow, Prabhupada. He can't avoid it. Prabhupada, what did Prabhupada say? No. It is not that he's drinking. He's budged to the desires. He's budged, he's accepting the desires. All right? Still he's what? He's accountable for that. We can't say mode is pushing me to drink, that's why I'm helplessly doing it. No. What is happening, what the thing is, there is a soul here. Soul is, what's the spelling? Soul and modes. Soul is active, always active. Okay. This activeness is coming from soul, and the direction is determined by modes. It's pulling this. Modes is pulling this here, or pulling here. It could be 3 modes, 3 different directions. Okay, at this stage, you don't have any karma, because it's just pulling. The modes are pulling you, but you haven't done anything. All right? It's still on the mental platform. So, subtle body platform, this subtle body. The reaction comes only when you start acting on it. Whether you want to act this, accept this action, this action, this action, still, with the soul, you are taking the help of the soul to act on whatever you desire or whatever you feel like doing it or whatever you are inclined to do. That is what gives you the reaction for you. So, it is not bad that you get bad thoughts. I'm not saying it's good. You can't do anything about it. You can't stop the bad thoughts coming onto your mind. If you have a TV and if everyone would know my thoughts, that would be so awkward. Luckily, we don't have that. Okay? It's very bad. But still, you're not being punished for that unless you act. Okay? This is still is in the mental platform, subtle body. All right? So before you click, if there is some button is coming, flashing, click, 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 don't click it. You're still okay. All right? Prabhu, something has popped up. I saw. Did I get a reaction? No. You didn't want it. It did come up. That's okay. You can't avoid it. That's okay. But don't do this. What is this? Action. Don't act. By doing this like this, what happens? It got the precondition of not clicking it. Gradually, that disappears. All right? So everyone is forced to act helplessly according to the qualities he has acquired. If you always look at something, okay, if you always look at Bhagavad Gita in your website, you go open Google, always see Veda base, Veda base, Veda base. Next time, what happened after a few days or few months, even if you click V, what will come? What will? Veda base will come. That's what. Everyone is forced to act helplessly according to the qualities he has acquired already. Already I have pressed Veda base 100 times. First time, I forcefully pressed it. It's pulling me, but I want to Veda base. Yeah, Veda base. Force. Okay? Act. Helplessly act on the proper thing. Okay? Therefore, no one can refrain from doing something which not even at a moment. So, Prabhupada is telling, so there is some verse here, it's a very beautiful verse, from Srimad Bhagavatam. Tyaktva swadharmam charanam bhujam harir pachanam apakvo ta patet tatho yadi yatrakva va abhadram abhud amusya kim ko varta apto bachatam swadharma taha. If someone takes to Krishna consciousness, even though he may not follow the prescribed duties in the Shastras or execute the devotional service properly, and even though he may fall down from the standard, there is no loss or even evil for him. But if he carries out all the injunctions for purification in the Shastras, what does it avail him if he is not Krishna consciousness? Okay? Tektva swadharma. Swadharma means own dharma. If you tektva means if you neglect, if you don't do your swadharma, and charanam bhujam harir bhajayam apakva. Apakva means not proper. If you are performing the devotional apakva, which is not perfect, to whom? Charanam bhujam harir, to the lotus feet of Hari. Even though you are not, that means even though you are not performing your prescribed duties, and you fall into the devotional service onto the lotus feet of Hari, which is imperfect, it's not perfect, still it's a benefit. Still it's a benefit. On the other way, if you are following your prescribed duties perfectly and you are not a devotee, what is the use? Okay? On the last sentence, Prabhupada says, therefore, sannyasa or any purification process is to help reach the ultimate goal of becoming Krishna conscious, without which everything is considered a failure. So strong. Okay? So, even though I didn't get a promotion, that's okay. I do some service. That will stay with you. Okay? Don't worry. Don't worry about imperfections in the our service, outside services. Don't worry. At least do some service to Krishna. Okay. Why Krishna is saying this is, you don't have to work for name and fame there. Don't worry about name and fame. Okay? Even though you are brahmachari, you don't have to be sannyasi there to get the blessings. Even though you are brahmachari, little bit service. Bhajatam apakva. Even though it's not perfect, still get the benefit. Here you go. So nice, isn't it? Any questions here?
So is this point pointing out that you don't actually have to take sannyas to become Krishna conscious?
Yes. Gruhe tako, vane tako, sada hari bole tako. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, I think, said, you could be a grihastha, gruhe tako, or vane tako, you may be vanaprastha. Sada hari bole tako. Don't worry, just pray hari. You're purified. No problem. No problem. But sometimes grihasthas are well situated. Okay? So don't worry. In Kali Yuga, I think Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, it's hard to become sannyas. It's very hard. Be grihastha and follow the regulated principle. In out of Panchatattva, how many are grihasthas? Huh? Oh, okay. Who is? Majority is 3, isn't it?
I never thought of that, but it's really interesting.
All right. So it doesn't matter, grihastha or vanaprastha or sannyas. All right. Next, Prabhupada is saying false pretenders. Pretenders falsely taking the sannyas. Somebody wants to read, or we'll all read together. Karmendriyani sanyamya ya asta manaso smaran indriyartan viputatma mityachara sayuchyate. Okay, one who restrains the sense of action, but whose mind dwells on sense objects, certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender. Okay? So, ya aste manasa smaran. In my mind, I'm thinking about sense gratification. But for externally, I'm wearing sannyas. I'm pretender. It's called pretender. So, while actually dwelling within the mind upon sense enjoyment, such a pretender may also speak on a dry philosophy in order to bluff sophisticated followers. But according to this verse, there are a greatest cheaters. All right? So we have to follow, we can't be a pretender. Ya aste manasasparan. Mityacharaha sa vichyate. False pretenders. All right, then you might ask, Prabhu, I'm wearing tilak, dhoti. Am I a pretender? All right, so you have to be careful. That's why you have to be, even though you are wearing tilak, dhoti, and you have to be acting, at least try to be a devotee. You try your best. Otherwise, other people come and say, oh, his devotee does like this. They might get a false impression. Try your best. At least, for 4 regulated principles is better. At least we have to follow that. Okay. So last sentence. Such a pretender's mind is always impure, and therefore his show of yogic meditation has no value whatsoever. Okay, what is the flow? Here, Krishna is talking about inside your heart, inside your mind. It's not pure. Then still you are not renounced. Okay, what is the connection with to Arjuna? Arjuna like to go to forest, but his inside mind is always thinking about the battlefield or about the things. So then what happens? He'll become pretender. What's the use? So don't worry. Don't worry to become sannyas. Okay? Next, we'll move on to the 7th verse. Here, Krishna is talking about attached sannyasa versus detached householder. What Prabhu was asking. See, attached sannyas versus detached householder. Okay, what Krishna says, let's see. Let's all read together. Yes, tva indriyani manasa niyama rambhater arjuna karma nindriyaha karma yogam aksharataha svashate. On the other hand, if a sincere person tries to control the active senses by the mind and begins karma yoga, the Krishna consciousness, without attachment, he is by far superior. Okay, so instead of becoming a pseudo-transcendentalist for the sake of wanton living and sense enjoyment, it is far better to remain in one's own business and execute the purpose of life, which is to get free from the material bondage and enter into the kingdom of God. Manish Prabhu, you got the answer here, isn't it? It's hard to become sannyas, then don't be a pretender. Become wherever you are situated.
My question was, in Grihastha Ashram, what are prescribed duties?
Oh, 4 regulated principles, chant Hare Krishna. That's all. Why is that?
But also you've got to raise your kids in that's one of the rules as well.
Yeah, including your wife.
You have to raise them.
Yeah, and the family, whole family.
Yeah.
Can you repeat that again?
Yeah, chant Hare Krishna and 4 regulated principles. What is that is, always remember Krishna is by chanting. Never forget Krishna is by 4 regulated principles. Okay? Never forget Krishna is not equivalent to always remember Krishna. The two are different. I never forget Krishna, but I don't remember Krishna. To remember Krishna, you have to chant. So there is a negative, it's a positive. Okay, we'll get into that. Maybe in future in Bhakti Yoga, we'll get into that, Prabhu. Okay, that's simple, Prabhu. Prabhupada says Krishna consciousness is simple, very simple, but hard to follow. Mostly it is very hard. Yeah, we need a devotees association. Okay, last 4 lines. The false pretender who adopts show bottle spiritualism to cheat the innocent public. A sincere sweeper in the charlatan meditator, making a life. So strong statements. Sincere sweeper is and the street is far better than the meditator who meditates only for the sake of making life. So in India, I think you may not be knowing this. In India, there will be a position called sweepers on the street. They sweep, literally, with a broom. They don't use the machines. So Prabhupada is saying he's better than somebody who is imitating, because he's sincere. All right? He's sincere. All right? So this section, what we are talking about is, where is this?
1 to 10.
Karma Yoga is better than Jnana Yoga. If we become Jnana Yogi, untrained, unpurified, it's not better. That's what Krishna is saying. Okay. All right, Prabhu? You're all with me? Okay. We move on to the 8th one. At least we finish 8 and 9. It will be easy for next week. So we'll all read together. Niyatam kuru karmatvam karma jato karmanaha sarira yatra pichate na prasidhyate karmanaha. Perform your prescribed duty, for doing so is better than not working. One cannot even maintain one's physical body without work. Okay, so we need to perform a prescribed duty, for doing so is better than not working. One cannot even maintain one physical body without your work. So you have to work. Sleeping doesn't mean it's not working. It is also work. Every second we are working. I just want to explain one thing and then we'll move on. There are few kinds of people. It's called Daivavadi. Daivavadis. And Karmavadi. Daivavadi is everything is done by Gopinath. Okay? By God. Everything is done by God. So if you ask them, Prabhu, can you come to the temple? If God called me, I will come. What? If Krishna says, I'll come. So everything is done by God. I don't have anything to do. Why? If something wrong happened, it's because of God. Karmavadis, if you go to work, they say, you get trained, use your intelligence, practice, you can achieve anything. Karmavadis is self-dependent. Exactly opposite. He says, why God? You have everything. You have internet videos. You have YouTube videos. Learn. Practice. You can achieve. Isn't it? That's what you can achieve everything. But this guy says, everything is God. I don't have to do anything.
Could you say that the first ones say that I'm not the doer, but then the second people are like, I'm completely the doer.
Yes.
I control everything.
Yes. I control everything. Everything happened because of me. Nothing is out of my control. Here he says, everything is God control. I don't do anything.
Is it a bit like fate and what your fate is? When you say that's my fate and that's free will? No, it's not. That's not it, is it?
It is faith. Faith doesn't say this.
No.
No. It's the kind of people nature. Because they're misusing. So,
extremes, isn't it?
yes, two extremes. Yep. What Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, you should have, I think that we will go deeper, otherwise we'll never finish. There are 5 elements for every activities to happen. It got endeavor also. This comes from yourself. Endeavor. You have to, Prabhu was saying, you should have endeavor. Huh? And you should have Daiva. How do you get the Daiva? Yeah. You should have endeavor. And you should also have mercy of the Lord. Otherwise, this karma action will not take place. I sow the seed. I depend on Krishna to get rains. If there is rain, there is no seed. Seed is this, endeavor. You should have endeavor. When you are at that stage, you are entitled, mercy will flow, it will get, wow, right? But you should always, first thing is endeavor. Okay? In Damodar, there are two fingers shout. First is what? First is endeavor. You should endeavor. I want to become a strong devotee. I want to read Bhagavad Gita. Please help me, Krishna. Then you get the time, you will get the mercy. Zoom, you have finished Bhakti Shastri. It happened. We are already in 3rd chapter. So we should have endeavor. Karma, you can't become 100% Daivavadi or 100% Karmavadi. Okay? Starts with yourself. Here, why I told this is because here we had to perform our duty, prescribed duty. Huh? You can't say, I don't want to perform. It's depend on Krishna. We can't say that. So that's why devotees, when they pray, if you are willing, can I have this? If you are willing. And if it is good for my devotional service, Krishna, can I have this? So that's how we include Krishna also. Okay, somebody has a question.
It's just, we were listening to C.C. Adi Leela of Srila Prabhupada, and he gave this beautiful example of the lion is the king of the jungle, and even he doesn't get his food presented in his mouth. So therefore, we have to engage in work. Therefore, we can have the fruits and we give them to Krishna.
Exactly. Very bold. Very nice, Prabhu. Right. Okay, but here, in this last verse of this section, now what will happen? Now, so far, Nishkama Karma Yoga was explained, 3 to 8. Now, Krishna will going to add Vishnu here, in the last two. This is the important shloka, quite often used by Prabhupada and others. Okay? We'll all read together. Yagnartha karmano nayatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha tadartam karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. You can all read together the translation also. Work done as satisfying for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction. And in this way, you will always remain in the bondage. So as you rightly said, we can't restrain from doing work. We do the work. What kind of work? Is performed on the sake of, and do that work for satisfaction of the Vishnu. Okay, this is the first time yajna is used. Yagnartha karmano nayatra. Only for the sake of yajna. Yajna is what? Sacrifice. That is a sacrifice. That means instead of satisfy our senses, if we satisfies Krishna's senses, you are sacrificing your happiness, isn't it? That is sacrifice. That's called yajna, sacrifice. And then tadartha karma kaunteya. That means in that way you will always remain free from the bondage. Mukta sangha samachara. Okay, so Prabhupada quoted in the first paragraph, few lines. All sacrificial performances are also meant for the satisfaction of the Lord Vishnu. The Vedas enjoin yagno vai Vishnuha. In other words, the same principle is served where one performs prescribed yagnas or directly serves Lord Vishnu. Krishna consciousness is therefore performance of yagna as it is prescribed in the verse, this verse. All right. So what is the thing? In the next paragraph, so therefore one has to work for the satisfaction of Vishnu. Any other work done in this material world will be a cause of bondage, for both good and evil work have their reactions, and any reactions binds the performer. Okay, so people will say, Prabhu, I'll do good work, I'll become good, I want to become a good man. So the definition of good man is different for different people. Okay, they say, be good, don't trouble anybody. Okay, what is a be good? Some people, they say, see, I don't get a parking ticket. I park correctly. I don't get fined. I pay all my bills. I'm a good man. That's not what Krishna is talking about here. Okay? What Krishna is talking about here? What is he talking about? So the first word in the translation, first sentence, work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. So he's not talking about be good or something. He's talking, Krishna is telling, we have to work for the satisfaction of the Vishnu. That is good. And Prabhupada here is saying, if you don't follow that, you can be a good man with the good reactions, and bad man with the bad reactions. So is that good? Both are good, not good. Okay, what Prabhupada was explaining is there are two things. Karma, vikarma. Karma is what? Fruitive activities. Okay, we do the fruitive activities. Then with this, what happens? It's in injunction with the Vedas. What happens? What results you get? What results you get? Punya. Good deeds. Okay? With the good deeds, what happens? You go to?
Higher planets.
Yep. Higher planets. Okay. Vikarma means against the karma, against the Vedas. What happens? You get? And what happens? Lower planets. Prabhupada is saying both are good and evil work have their reactions, and any reaction binds the performer. Is this good or this is good?
Both of them bind you.
Yeah. So both are not good. So we'll come to that akarma. Akarma part will come later. But Krishna is not talking about akarma. But as I said, Prabhupada is giving the conclusive meaning here. What Krishna is giving is a flow. Krishna is saying, you have to, as a soul, you have to work. Otherwise, any moment you will be working. Any moment is cause of bondage. Okay? So that's why better you work for my satisfaction. Yajna. That is called yajna or sacrifice. You sacrifice your work for my satisfaction. By this way, lokoha karma bandhana. You don't get bondage into the reactions. That's all it is saying. So, and in that way, you will remain always free from the bondage. Again, here, how this sacrifice works, how this sacrifice, yajna, works, it is explained in the next few verses. That we will going to, that we can read it, the next section. But I'm thinking, should we go one verse or not? Okay, in this section, Arjuna, Krishna is saying for Arjuna, for you, karma yoga is better. Okay, how in these slokas, how Krishna is explaining karma yoga is better?
Yes, somehow you can't stay away from what you're doing.
You have to work, yeah. Yeah, you have to work. Because soul is active nature of the soul. Yeah, otherwise what happens? Okay, when you're working, what happens? 3 modes will be acting. You will be acting according to the 3 modes. All right? Then what happens? Some people, that's why what happens, they pretend to be sannyas. They don't want to work because they don't want to get the reactions. Okay? All right, I'll tell you this, then it will make you sense. This made my understanding better with that. So there. Okay, so karma yogis, not karma yogis. Okay, karmis. Karmis romanticize the word. What does it mean? Romanticize the word means they try to enjoy every single thing. Okay, try to go to a restaurant, try to eat nice, try to buy a magazine, try to read good novel, try to see good sports, try to be nice, try to have a nice car. They want to romanticize whatever available. Try to get a good clothes, good pen, nice friends, healthy, rich people. Romanticizing because they think after death.
That is the purpose of life.
Yeah, and after death, nothing there. Enjoy. Okay, that's romanticizing. Okay, yogis. Next, yogis. What the yogis does? Oh, Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya means this material world is false. Once you die, you'll get a full happiness. Okay, somehow or other leave this life. And then when you die, you will be in peace, really happy. So don't get entangled with the things here. So they demonize the word. Okay.
Would you say that their philosophy is detachment?
Detachment. Yeah. If you are attached with this, then you will be a problem. After death, you will be still attached. No, don't get attached. This is Brahma Satya means afterlife is a Brahman is a eternal. This life is temporary. This is false. No, they won't say temporary, they say false. This is all false thing. Don't get attached. Demonizing. This says, karma is after death, nothing. So enjoy more. They're serving gulab jamun. Eat as much as you can. Eat, enjoy. But bhaktas. Next comes to bhaktas. What the bhaktas does? Utilize the word. What is this utilize means?
Use it for Krishna.
Use everything. They don't demonize, they won't romanticize. Utilize it for Yajnato karmano nayatra. Prabhu, I got some money. Use it for Krishna. Build a temple. Like Rupa Goswami was approached by a king and they give ample of money. And he built a nice temple. Beautiful temple. Okay? Like that. Prabhupada, some sannyasis, they don't take money. If suppose some sannyasis give them money and somebody gives the donation, they say, no, don't touch. I won't touch because I'm not after money. People should not think he's after money. So he will not touch. But behind somebody will be collecting that money. That's okay. But for Prabhupada, if somebody gives the money, Prabhupada will take it with both hands. And then he'll say, if you have a factory, give it to us. Even the factory, if you want to donate to us. What Prabhupada would do? He will food for life and construct big temple. Okay? That is what?
For the propagation of Krishna consciousness?
Exactly. So, Anukulyena Sankalpa. He prints books. Okay? And it is not demonizing. Utilize that for Krishna. That's what Krishna is saying here. Not for your sense gratification, use for my sense gratification. First time Krishna is using yajna here. Okay? Sacrifice. This made my understanding with this example very clear. I don't know whether you liked it, but it's Chaitanya Charan Prabhu's, Okay, so I think we will close here for the first section. So do your work as a sacrifice. So even this verse is also important, well quoted. If you want to practice it, you can practice it. I think we'll end here. You have any questions? Is it making clear? Okay. Srila Prabhupada ki, Bhagavad Gita ki, Bhakti Shastri ki, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Has everyone signed the register? I need to sign the... Everyone needs to sign the register.
Excuse me.
Yep.
My name is Thelma, and probably I am not really well fully educated